The recent deportation of Indian nationals from the United States has sparked a heated debate with conflicting claims about the treatment of detainees on their flights. The Indian government has strongly asserted that no women or children were shackled during the deportation flight that landed in India on February 15 and 16. The Ministry of External Affairs stated that US authorities had actually confirmed this, and after interviewing deportees upon their arrival in India, Indian agencies also verified that no women were restrained. According to the government, the US follows a standard deportation procedure where restraints are typically used on adult male detainees, but women and minors are generally exempt until and unless an exceptional situation arises. This official statement was intended to reassure the public and address concern that was raised in the Indian Parliament about the treatment of deported citizens. However, a different narrative is emerging from some of the deportees who were on the flight. Several individuals deported on February 5th have come forward with shocking allegations that directly contradicts the government's claim. According to them, not only were the men shackled, but the women were also restrained in handcuffs and leg chains. Some deportees have described seeing elderly women crying as they were shackled alongside younger detainees. These accounts paint a disturbing image of deportation process, with individuals describing their experience as humiliating, degrading, and deeply traumatic. They claim that from the moment they were detained in the US until they arrived in India, they were treated with extreme harshness with very little regard for their dignity. These testimonies have led to widespread outrage, with many questioning whether the government is fully acknowledging the reality of the situation or not. On the other hand, US authorities have justified the use of shackles, stating that restraints are a standard security protocol that has been in place since 2012. According to them, while women and minors are usually exempt, the final decision rests with the officers in charge of the deportation flight. This raises an important question. If the standard protocol generally exempts women, could there have been exceptions in the case? And if exceptions were made, why is the Indian government insisting that no women were restrained? Well, these contradictory answers have fueled concern that the government might be downplaying the issue to avoid any diplomatic tension with the US. The Indian Parliament has also witnessed strong reactions from opposition leaders who are demanding greater accountability. Many have expressed outrage over the alleged treatment of deported Indian citizens, calling it a violation of human rights. They argue that if women were indeed shackled, it reflects poorly on both the United States and Indian government for allowing such a situation to take place. In fact, several leaders have urged the government to conduct an independent investigation to verify what actually happened on these flights. They insisted that Indian nationals should be treated with dignity and respect even during deportation proceedings, and that any violation of their rights should not be ignored. Well, this controversy raises crucial question about the transparency in deportation procedure. If the Indian government statement is accurate, why are multiple deportees reporting otherwise? If the deportees' accounts are true, why is the government insisting that no women were restrained? It is possible that shackles were used in certain cases but are now being downplayed to avoid public outrage. Well, the contradicting narratives highlight the need for thorough investigation into the treatment of Indian deportees. If women were indeed shackled, it would be a serious human rights violation demanding immediate action. On the other hand, if the claims are exaggerated and misinterpreted, it raises concern about misinformation that is being spread and the motives behind spreading such accounts. As the debate continues, one thing remains clear. Deportation is a traumatic experience, and every individual, regardless of their immigration status, deserves to be treated with dignity. The Indian government must ensure that its citizens are not subjected to harsh or inhumane treatment during deportation. At the very same time, clarity and transparency are needed to address the conflicting claims surrounding this issue. The truth must come to the light so that Indian nationals can be assured of their rights and dignity even in the face of deportation.